Hello, everyone. How are you guys and girls today? Maria da Gloria, how are you? Erica? How is everyone? Are you guys all right?
Yeah.
Carol, are you okay?
Yes. How are you?
Good, good, good. Thanks for asking.
Good.
Okay. Okay, let's wait till everyone gets in so we can start our class. Is everyone safe at home?
Yes.
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 Yeah, better to be safe than sorrow. That's what they say in English, okay? Better safe than sorrow. Okay, so today's class is going to be similar, but with different stories. I hope you have a chance to learn more vocabulary and also to participate more. As I have been doing, I'm going to leave your microphones on. If you notice that you have a lot of external sound near you, like a dog barking or a baby crying, just mute your microphone, okay? But all microphones are on, so everyone can participate, we can interact more.
Isso, conforme for, já dá orientação para
Okay.
o procedimento, que ele não deve estar ligado no que tem que fazer, não. Tá bom? Valeu, obrigadão.
All right, so come on, let's start the class without any external conversation. All right?
Esse funciona.
I'm going to share the screen with you and we are going to see what we are going to talk about today. We have 3 more stories to discuss. One is about the artist, one is about the businessman, and one is about the diplomat. And I got a very interesting article from CNN today, okay? For the ones that are also going to watch the advanced class, you will see that it's the same topic because I thought it was the first good news I have seen since the beginning of this pandemic. So I decided to put both articles in the same, okay? Let's start talking about the story of the artist, okay? Let's see, who is going to start reading for us? Erica, would you like to start reading the first paragraph?
Yes, of course.
Go
The
ahead
artist.
then.
Charles Dupont was an unknown French artist. He was an extremely talented artist, but he painted very slowly. In 20 years, Charles had only produced 40 paintings.
Okay. Any problem, any vocabulary word that you are not familiar with? Or no?
No. Okay.
Okay. Gloria, can you continue?
Of course. Most people agreed that the quality of his painting was excellent, but nobody offered Charles much money for them. Charles did not want to sell them cheaply.
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 Yes,
Cheaply.
it's the adverb of cheap. Okay, to sell
Yeah.
them cheaply. So
Cheaply, so he kept all of them in his
studio. Okay, observe something here. So it's the past tense of keep, he kept. And Gloria, if you observe all ends in L and of begins in O. So you have a consonant and a vowel. So you can pronounce together to make your English more natural. All of them, okay?
All of them.
Yes,
Yeah.
it's more natural than all of. He kept all of them in his studio. Carol, can you read the other part?
Yes. One day, Charles was feeling depressed, so he took
No,
a lot.
Carol.
Sorry.
Carol. Depressed. Sounds
Depressed.
like T.
Depressed. So
Depressed.
he
T. Sounds like
depressed.
T. No,
Okay.
depressed. Only T. Depressed.
Depressed.
Yes.
Depressed.
Good. Perfect. No,
So he
depressed. So
he took a long look at his life. After some time, he came to the decision that it was time to give up his life as an artist and do something different. He decided to sell all of his paintings.
oh, I'm going to say the same thing I said to Gloria. Observe, as an artist. Oh, as yes, you can pronounce together. As an artist, as an artist, and
As
do
an
something.
artist. Okay.
Yes, and
It's
decided to do
difficult.
something. Yes, but it makes it more natural. Understand?
Okay.
It's
Okay.
much better than he decided to give up his life as
An artist.
an artist. Oh, as an artist and do something different. He decided to sell all of. Observe that OF, the possessive, the pronunciation is V, of. All of. If you say off, is OFF, like turn on, turn off. He decided to sell all of his paintings. Okay.
Okay.
Now, who else is here? Let me see. Vanessa, can you read the other part? Vanessa?
Charles, teacher.
Yes. Charles' father?
Charles' father was a banker in a small village.
He was a banker or a baker?
Baker in
Yeah.
a small village.
There is a difference of a lot of money.
Yes, he was getting old and he needed help. As the only child, Charles thought that he would return home and help his father run the bakery. People might not buy his paintings, but surely they would they would buy his bread.
Yes.
Charles took his 40 paintings to a friend who had an art gallery. His friend agreed to help Charles sell his paintings by exhibiting
them
in the gallery. However, if they had not been sold in 3 weeks, Charles would have to take them back.
Good. Now, Lari, can you continue reading? Lari, are you listening to me?
Today, Charles went to the gallery after it closed, but each he was disappointed.
Can you read a little bit louder? I am an old man. I'm not listening very well.
I think her microphone doesn't work.
Oh, yes?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Priscilla, can you read? Who can? Anyone, please continue reading.
Okay, Mila.
Mila, go ahead, Mila. How are you? Good?
I'm fine, thank you. Each day, Charles went to the gallery after it closed, but each day he was disappointed. None of his paintings had been sold. On the 21st day, he met his friend at the gallery door. His friend said, "Do you want?" His friend said, "Do you want the good news or the bad news first?" Charles was excited and asked for the good news.
Excellent. He was excited and asked for the good news. Okay, who is going to continue, please?
Vanessa.
Vanessa, go ahead.
Earlier today,
Earlier,
a man came into the gallery and asked if your paints would increase in value when you were dead. When I told him that they would probably be worth 10 or 20 times as much as they are now, he bought them all.
Yes, he bought them all. Them all.
Them all.
Yes, you can pronounce together. Them all.
Them all.
Okay. So who is going to finish this?
Erica. Wonderful. Charles cried in delight. Now, what's the bad news?
That's my question. What do you think is the bad news?
I need
Can I
money.
say, teacher?
Huh?
Can I say, teacher?
Yeah,
Gloria?
everyone. Gloria, everyone can say. What's your opinion?
He will only pay when you are dead.
Okay. That's not the answer, but it's okay. What else?
Vanessa, I need money, so you need to
die?
Die.
Yes, die.
You need to die. Yeah.
Yeah, need to die.
Yeah. Okay, but it's not yet the correct answer. Any other opinion? Any other opinion? Or no?
No.
No. Okay. The gallery owner told him, well, what's the bad news? It was your doctor. And he said that you're very sick. You're going to die soon.
Oh my gosh.
That's why he bought all the paintings, okay? Maybe he had the coronavirus, okay? And his
Oh my God.
Coronavirus.
Yeah, it was your doctor. He said you're going to die soon. So he bought all the paintings. Okay, good.
Okay.
Good. Let's go to another one. The second one is a business one. It's very interesting. The businessman. Who is going to start reading this for us, please? Anyone?
Erica.
Come on, Erica.
Mr. Kane was a thought but successful businessman. 10 years ago, he started a small business. One day, his son, Peter, came to him and said that he wanted to be a businessman like his father. Mr. Kane told him that you had to be taught to be succeed in business. He wanted to succeed in business. He wanted Peter to go to university and become a lawyer, a teacher, or a doctor.
To be a teacher.
However, his son was stubborn and refused. He only wanted to be a businessman and urged his father to help him.
Okay, Erica, let me tell you some words here. Mr. Kane was a tough. Yeah, tough.
What's the meaning of tough?
When you are a hard worker, a tough man, okay?
Okay.
Sometimes you go to a restaurant and you order a steak and it's difficult to cut because it's very tough, okay?
Okay.
So he was a tough but successful businessman, okay?
Okay.
And he told his son, he told him that he had, or you had to be tough to succeed in business. Okay.
Succeed.
Yes. Can anyone continue, please? Gloria, positivo.
Gloria.
Go ahead.
Please, Dad.
Hello.
Teach me now. Teach me how to be a successful businessman. Reluctantly, Miss Kane agreed to his son's request.
Okay. Any
Okay,
vocabulary
Peter.
problem?
Okay, Peter. First of all, I want you to walk down to the wall at the bottom of the garden. Peter looked at his father and said, "But what has that got to do with business, Dad?"
Okay, stop there. Any vocabulary problem?
Bottom.
Yes.
What is the problem?
Stubborn.
Stubborn. Stubborn.
Stubborn.
You know, a person that has a very strong opinion and it's almost impossible to change his opinion.
Uh-huh. Yes.
My wife, for example. Ooh, I didn't say that. When she wants something, it's impossible to change her opinion, okay? Just an example, okay? Or I'm going to sleep in the sofa tonight. He was very stubborn. The pronunciation is stubborn, okay? Any other question?
What does bottom mean?
What does?
Bottom. Bottom of the garden.
Okay. Walk down to the wall at the bottom of the garden. For example, the garden was from here to here. So at the end of the bottom of the garden, it's just like at the bottom of the sea. Understand?
Okay.
When you have the oil platforms, they exploit the oil from the bottom of the sea. So he walked down at the bottom of the garden, at the end of the garden, okay? There was a wall, a big wall, okay?
Okay, thank you.
Another question?
Yes. Urged. Businessman and urged. Urged.
Urge.
Urge.
Yes, yes, the verb is to urge. And probably you know the word urgent. You know, it's urgent. Do you know this word? When something is, you need it very fast. You need it urgently. You know?
Okay.
Urge is when you implore someone something. He urged his father, "Please, father, help me." Okay, he implored, he urged his father. It's the same, okay?
Okay.
Another question or no? No?
For me, no.
Okay, who is going to continue, please? Another person.
Juliana.
Okay, Juliana, go ahead. Don't ask questions.
Don't ask questions. Trust me and do what I say. He replied. Peter was puzzled, but he walked to the wall. His father continued. Now climb
up.
Now climb up the ladder.
Yeah, ladder.
Ladder. And stand on top of the wall.
Okay.
It was 6 meters. It was 6 meters high, and Peter felt his legs begin to shake.
Okay, good, Juliana, good. Any question about this part?
Yes, ladder.
Sometimes I need to change the lights in my house, okay? My wife says, "Please, I need you to change the light, but the lights are very high. I cannot touch them." So what do? I have in my house a portable ladder that I open, then I climb it, and when I climb on the ladder, I can change the lights, understand?
Okay.
So when people are painting houses, they are always on a ladder, okay? Ladder. Don't confuse with the material, leather, okay? So it's ladder. Now he climbed up the ladder and stand on top of the wall. It was 6 meters high. Another question or no?
And puzzled.
Yes? Puzzled.
Puzzled. What is puzzled?
That's a good question. I was expecting somebody was going to ask me that. I myself, yes, I myself use this word a lot. This, believe me, it's more common than to say, I'm confused. You know, when you are confused,
Yeah.
yes, you're puzzled.
Mm.
I think you have seen this. There are many games that are puzzles, you know, like those
Yes.
little games that you have a picture and you have 500 little pieces of the picture and you have to put them together. They're
Yes.
called jigsaw puzzle. You have crossword puzzles. All the games that force you to think about is a puzzle. Understand? So every time you need to think very much to solve something, you can say, this is a puzzle for me. Okay? So to be puzzled is to be confused. Okay?
Okay.
Any other question or no?
No.
No.
Okay. Can another student continue reading, please? Oops, I'm sorry. I pressed the wrong button here. Can anyone else continue reading, please?
Vanessa.
Now, Vanessa, go ahead.
Now jump down into the garden, his father said. But I can't. I will enjoy myself, Peter protested. Do you want to become a successful businessman or not? Yes, of course, Peter cried. Then, trust me, I know what I am doing. Jump. Peter jumped into the garden and broke both his legs. As he screamed in pain, his father came over to him and said,
Okay. Before we go to the last line, do you have any vocabulary problem concerning this last part?
No.
Okay. Oh, there is a word here that I would like to talk about, but I can't. I will injure myself. You know, like when you have an accident, usually the people in the car get injured. The car gets destroyed or damaged. But when you refer to the people, you say nobody was injured, okay? So he jumped and broke both his legs. As he screamed in pain, his father came over to him and said, what? What do you think his father, that was a very successful businessman, told him?
You need to be prepared.
You prepare to broke,
To break?
to break something like this. Break a business or your face. I don't know how can I say that in English.
To break your face doesn't exist. Yes.
No, I can't. I imagine.
You can break somebody's face, but that's not the same idea. Understand? You are going to get seriously injured if you break your face. Okay.
Okay.
Okay, but that's not the answer. Any other possible answer? Yes.
Gloria, to succeed in business, you cannot trust everything you are told to do.
I like it. I like it. Yes. Okay. It's almost the perfect answer, Gloria. Almost the perfect answer.
Thank you.
Anybody has a different opinion?
No.
Or no?
No.
No.
No? Yeah, Gloria was very close to getting a perfect answer. The father came to him and said, the first thing you have to learn to be successful is never trust anybody. Okay.
Okay.
Gloria, yes, in business, don't trust anybody. All right.
Yeah.
So Gloria was very close. She almost got the perfect answer. The last one is my favorite one. I loved this story. When I read it, I laughed a lot. It's called The Diplomat. Okay? Who's going to start reading for us, please? How about Positivo? You don't like reading?
Okay.
separated the numbers in two parts in 1880. 1880.
Sorry, I don't.
Yeah, when you have a number like this one, it's not necessary to say in the year 1880. No, you can say in 1880. Understand? You break it in two parts, the first two numbers and the last two numbers. That's how you say years, okay? In 1880.
In 1880, there was an important meeting in London to discuss international trade in business between Europe and Southeast
Asia.
Asia.
Asia, very good.
Over 20 countries sent diplomats to the conference. In the evenings, there were formal dinners. The diplomats were often accompanied by their wives or husband at these functions.
Okay, just two remarks. We don't say often, we say often.
Often.
Yeah, you don't pronounce the letter T, often. And they were often accompanied by their wives or husband at these, sounds like C, at these functions, okay?
Okay.
Who can continue? Any question or no questions?
No questions.
No questions.
No.
Who can continue for me, please?
Mila.
Can
Go ahead, Mila.
At one dinner, the wife of a British diplomat was placed next to a gentleman from China. Lady Barnes had never seen or met anybody from China before. She felt a little uncomfortable. Uncomfortable.
Okay.
As she sat down at the table, she did not know what to say to him.
Okay. Just one very important remark. As she sat down, as sounds like Z. Please, you pronounce it as. Don't put your S in the middle of the story, understand? S is your S, you know. The Brazilian women, yeah, completely different. You know, like Brazilian women are very famous for having beautiful ass. Okay?
Okay.
So imagine you put your ass in the middle of a dialogue. People will, what? As she sat down. Yes, Z. Probably the most difficult expression for a Brazilian to say is as soon as. Because you have as, Z, then you have soon as soon as, okay? Imagine if you don't pronounce correctly, you say as soon as. Completely, yeah, completely strange. Any vocabulary problem about this or no?
No.
No.
Yes, okay. Who is going to continue now?
I can. She wasn't sure if he spoke in English, so she just smiled. The Chinese gentleman smiled back. They both sat in silence. Can I continue?
Yes, please.
Lady Barnes was glad when the soup arrived. It gave her something to talk about. After a few minutes, After a few minutes, she turned to the Chinese gentleman and in a loud, low and clear voice, she said, like soup, The Chinese
No.
gentleman,
Observe the pronunciation. Likey, soupy.
likey, soupy. Okay.
Okay, yes. She was trying to speak English with a
English.
Chinese, yeah, with a Chinese accent. Likey, soupy?
Okay. The Chinese gentleman looked up at her. He smiled and nodded his head. Lady Burness nodded his head. Lady Burness didn't try to begin another conversation, and neither did the Chinese gentleman. They completed.
Oops, I'm sorry. Oops, wrong button. Okay, I was going down a little bit. They completed the meal, okay, without speaking.
I'm a little lost. 1 minute.
Yeah, it's here.
Okay.
Here.
They completed the
meal.
Completed the meal without speaking another word to each other.
Okay, excellent. Thank you very much for reading. Any question about this?
What means nodded?
The same. I don't know.
It's very easy to explain. Many times when I was young, long time ago, I don't even remember very well, but I just remember the nodding. I would go to a dance and then I would ask a girl, do you want to dance? And the girl would just go like, okay? So nod is when you just move your head to say yes or no, okay?
Okay.
So likey soupy, he looked at her, he smiled and, you know, just nodded his head. Oh, you see, it's even a compliment, but it's not necessary, okay? Any other question or no?
Yes, and about the glad. Lady Barnes was glad.
Lady Barnes was glad. Glad is the same of happy, content.
Okay. Okay.
When you are introduced to a person, most Brazilians usually say, nice to meet you. But you can also say, glad to meet you or pleased to meet you, okay? If I were James Bond meeting a beautiful woman, I would probably say, charmed to meet you. That's what James Bond used to say, charmed to meet you, okay?
Okay, thank you.
Any other question or no?
No.
No.
Okay, who is going to read it now? Lady Barnes?
Lady Barnes was very surprised when the Chinese gentleman stood up and began a long speech at the end of the meal. He thanks the British of her wonderful reception they had given the Chinese. He thanked them for their hospitality and for a delicious meal. He said that he was sure that relation between Europe and the Far East would improve because of the meeting of diplomats in London. He spoke diplomats in London. He spoke perfect English. He was clear, natural, and fluent.
Fluent. Okay, only one remark. He thanked, to thank, you know, like the verb to thank you. He thanked the British, okay? That's the verb in the past. He thanked the British for the wonderful reception and hospitality. Any vocabulary problem here or no?
Stood up.
Stood up is the past tense of stand up.
Okay.
Stand up, please. Stood up, okay?
Okay.
Another question or no? So, do you think Barnes was surprised after listening to the speech or not surprised?
Very surprised.
Very surprised. Who can read the last sentence for me, please?
When the Chinese... When the Chinese gentleman sat down, there was great applause from the 300 guests. He turned to Lady Barnes. He looked very embarrassed and said,
Okay. First, she looked very embarrassed. Embarrassed.
Embarrassed.
Not embarrassed. Embarrassed.
Embarrassed.
Okay.
Embarrassed.
Embarrassed. And said. Now, hey, Gloria, are you going to discover what the Chinese diplomat said to Lady Barnes?
Yes.
Again.
Sorry, Lady Barnes. But you need to improve your English.
Wow.
No, maybe that was a good answer, but that's not. No, not now. Any other different opinion? Remember that he spoke perfect and fluent English, okay? So what do you think he told her at the end?
I don't know.
Nobody knows?
No.
I can understand your accent. I don't know.
I can't understand your accent.
Yeah.
Nah. He was fluent in English, understand? Natural and fluent. There is somebody making a terrible noise there.
Yeah.
I don't know whose microphone it is. Now stop.
Thank you, Lady Barnes.
It's a Chinese accent, huh? You know what he told her? I'm going to write here for you all.
Like soup.
Like speechy.
Like speechy.
Oh.
Like she asked him, like soupy? He said, like speechy. Okay? I love this. Like speechy. Okay? I love this response. Okay? I thought it was very creative. Okay? He not only spoke perfect English, but he also had a good sense of humor. Okay?
Yeah.
Like speechy. Okay, I told you that today we would discuss an article that I found to be very interesting at CNN. Oh, azul, okay? This is from today. I think you can see the date here. Amanda Jackson, CNN. Okay, April 7th, 2020. I got it from CNN today. So it's a topic of the day, okay? First, I have some questions. Has anyone here in this class ever seen a panda? A panda bear?
No.
A real one?
No. I
No,
don't.
just photos.
My dream.
It's your
See a
dream.
panda. Yeah,
Yes.
I love panda.
Pandas are very, 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 very cute. Okay.
Yeah.
Are they carnivorous?
No.
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 They eat like only bamboos and things like this, understand?
Yes, bamboo.
They have a very
Like bamboo.
sharp teeth, but they are not carnivorous. There is a very interesting observation concerning the panda bears. I don't know if you have ever read about this, but maybe you can Google it and find all pandas that you can see in any zoo in the world belong to China. You know, China does not sell the pandas. China rent the pandas to the zoos. Can you believe this? Yes. They don't sell any panda. So if you see a panda in any zoo, it is from China, and it was like rented, leased for like 5 years, 10 years. And the zoos, it's very expensive to have a panda. That's why probably, I don't know, maybe in the zoo in São Paulo or in Rio, there are no pandas. I think they cost about $1 million per year.
Wow.
Okay, it's a lot of money. China makes good business with the pandas. And another question, do the panda bears, do they usually mate when they are inside of zoos? Have you ever read anything about this? Do you know what mate, I mean,
Yeah.
with mate, reproduce?
No, no reproduce.
They don't. Yes. There
They
has
don't
been,
reproduce in zoo.
they don't mate, they don't reproduce, you see? Usually they only reproduce or mate when they are free in the wild, understand? So a
Yes.
zoo has been trying to get 2 pandas to mate for 10 years and no success. When coronavirus shut the zoo down, the pandas finally did. Can you believe this? It's the first time. Yes, it's the first time
Impressive.
Awesome.
in the history that 2 pandas have mated in a zoo. Okay?
They need privacy.
Yes, yes, it's possible. Yes, they don't like to do that in front of a lot of people. Understand?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, but it's
Shame.
interesting because yes, they are ashamed. It's true. But it's interesting because I read that some zoos in Europe that have been locked down, the gorillas, for example, they are very sad because there are no people going there to talk to them, to joke with them, understand? So some animals are missing the regular visits. Can you believe this? They're suffering because there are no visitors, okay? But what happened?
Yeah, very interesting.
Yes, I read this and I could not believe. Even tigers, understand? Because people go there, they do a lot of stupid things, and maybe the animals got used to that, understand? And now there are no people, all the zoos are locked down, and then the animals are missing the people, but not the pandas. Okay?
Yeah.
So what I want you to do, we don't have time to read the entire article here.
Okay.
That's why I'd like you to read this at home. It's not very long. It just has like this page here. And there are more information concerning everything concerning their reproduction in the next page here. And there are some questions here. I'd like you to try to read this, understand this, and tomorrow we will discuss the answers and some vocabulary that you may not have understood, okay? I prefer, if you have an English dictionary, you can use. If you have an English-Portuguese dictionary, I prefer that you don't use. Ask me, okay?
Okay.
Because when you look up in English-Portuguese, you understand the word only at the moment you look. After 5 minutes, forget about it. But when you listen to an explanation or when you force yourself to understand it in English, you will remember longer, understand? It's just like the examples I gave you today, like nodded the head. Every time you see a person nodding the head, like, you will remember your old teacher here, okay?
Okay.
Any question about this or no?
No.
No.
Teacher, can I ask you something? Can I use, for example?
I am as ashamed as panda, so don't ask me anything personal, okay? go ahead, please. Sorry for the joke.
Can I use, for example, if I have a business and this business don't work, I can use
You bankrupted.
yes, exactly. Can I use, for example, he broke this business to broke for this the business. Understand my point?
Yes, 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 yes. I can understand your point. Like let's say if you have a business and in your business you have a partner. And you
Yes,
can say
exactly.
our business broke because of our partner, understand?
Yes,
But
yes.
usually it's more common to say bankrupted. Or
Okay.
I'll give you probably the most used expression in English. We went out of business.
Okay.
To go out of business is to bankrupt, understand?
Okay.
I was reading today's newspaper and I see that they are very much worried about small and medium-sized companies in Europe because the government is worried that they are going out of business if this lockdown continues for more than a month. Understand?
Yeah.
Because they have no income, okay? And then they will go out of business or they will bankrupt. Understand? It's more common.
Go out the business. Okay.
Go
Okay.
out of
Out
business.
on. Okay.
Of.
Okay. Go
Okay,
out
to go out of business.
Yes.
Okay?
As.
Okay.
Any other
Thank you.
questions? No problem. Thank you very much for watching the class. I hope you enjoyed as much as I have prepared it for you. And I'll see you tomorrow at the same time, okay?
See you, teacher. Thank you.
See you.
Bye.
Bye-bye.
Tomorrow,
Yeah.
teacher.
Yes. Bye-bye now.